traumatized people have lost something. For communities in Northern Uganda, the thing they have lost is the safe, predictable world that they knew before the LRA war that left many unseen deep scars on people. Having lived through this experience, these councillors, Margaret, Joyce and Ben Okot, wanted to help their people, but to effectively do this, they needed considerable capacity building.
That program changed my approach entirely. There was so much theory, especially from university. But at the training of CVT, that is where I managed to transform my theoretical knowledge into practical skills. I remember that the trainer, Gabriele, was able to come with me to some of my sessions, and I would do co-therapy with him, and he would give me feedback. And those are the things that really helped to build me a lot. The people that I work with, what they appreciate a lot about the way I work with them, for me, I think is the kind of relationship.
I learned from the training that it's important to have critical thinking. So I feel I am a more empowered person. Before I even didn't have a clear client database, but the training gave me a leeway of understanding the significance of having a client database.
I was working as a counselor, but I didn't have confidence. I had a lot of challenges. When I hear stories of war victims narrating to me, I would call secondary trauma. I participated in this training over the years. That then built in my capacity so that when I am with a client, it's not just one approach that I use, but I have a number of tools, a number of approaches that I can use.
In 2009, the Center for Victims of Torture got funding from the Trust Fund for Victims to support mental health needs of victims injured by the LRA conflict in Northern Uganda and to further strengthen the ability of individuals in local organizations to meet these needs now and in the future.
My work initially was very much to map and to assess. I found that there was a lot of gap. Number one, consistency, professionalism. The councillors were thrown to the field with very minimal training.
13 years later, the Center for Victims of Torture has built a network of professionals through offering services and capacity-building approach to individuals and organizations with the funding from the Trust Fund for Victims.
I've been receiving quite a number of survivors that has been referred by CVT for medical treatment and physiotherapy. And we've been treating them. In fact, they have boosted us as STV a lot, because most of the walk-in clients we receive from Center for Victims of Torture.
Behind this community-focused intervention is a mental health success story, with individuals voluntarily taking leadership roles to support the others because CVT set up to be trusted, empowering and responsive to the needs of the community.
Donc man of football water care na take bu madire chunya mana ta mani mera ruin kwana na dara ta enta ne chaka madong ana ruata kwetu ya dangi no ana mier bene ikiam dang se donc pe an ke kan ana wa ikom na mera ana la tie leur man ana koni tue twin bu mi tue twin dong utiro a madong wa dong ke lanyo mere me tam ngo ya neno karma wa bere ko fonya kedgi gar ma no gen giti kere ge ko kom gi chalo exercise ma wono bere ko nyoto igi mi igi gen giti ka exercise ani ngo mi controlling kata kom gi ti kere ka giti pero gen ge ngi kato mir gen ngo gi controlling ke exercise ani kom gi sino kono wigi in yang wa ngo gen bere ma ba they can relax now they are okay
phone man CVT mio dan te agonya daro ngeyu gango mo merge team direction mo ke ken o jomo ken mano pe o kin dan la bole chele ka ni cha gang lega pegi o kompeti wenge te char ka chel ki pen kiet magete gwoke dog odigi na phone pa CVT gang ti mabe o te char gang kwan na ke phone.
In deepening capacity building, CVT has partnered with Makerere University's Faculty of Psychology for an expanded tailored curriculum offering professional counseling training program to prepare a new generation of local psychotherapists with the specialized trauma skills. The program offers training at diploma level.
The future of academia should be in touch with key organizations in communities that are rolling out trainings. CVT is on ground in Northern Uganda, in touch with communities that are grappling with trauma. So for Makerere University to be associated with such a training and execution of capacity building is a big factor. And what I say is to the management of the university or the funders out there who are watching this, or even CVT management, is this partnership needs to be protected.
An earlier baseline survey conducted by CVT indicated few trauma counselors in the conflict-affected region and that they required professional skills for diagnosis and treatment of trauma.
Our students need to be employable, but also the practitioners on the ground need to get the latest training and evidence-based methods. So this work, if funders are asking, why do we have to continue supporting this? I think this is very important, especially for Ugandans, not only practitioners, but also Ugandans to get the latest.
While there is a long road ahead to build a force of trauma counseling specialists to support mental health crisis in Uganda, stakeholders think there is progress in this direction.
Uganda is a low-resource setting, and we don't have specialists. So the fact that Makerere is playing a part to equip lay workers with skills of trauma, I think that's the way forward.
And I witnessed very little availability of resources for mental health. Our program had some unicity. There was this focus in capacity building, which, thanks to Trust Fund for Victims, they've been looking forward and not considering only the victim to get services, but as well to build at least a number of service providers. This is not, I'm not seeing at the moment other opportunities with this focus.
So much I want to appreciate Trust Fund for Victims and the teams so much for the work that you have done. So I think we really need serious intervention, and the government should support